It is.
Hey, Mike.
How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Not bad. Just as you can probably see, we're being live streamed and recorded right now on YouTube.
Hmm.
Um, and just waiting for the other board members to join us as well.
Okay. I don't know if Walter will be able to make it. So,
Okay, I'll be right back.
mhm.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. Um, I believe we have a quorum of the sewer commission at this point. Correct, Mr. Ryan, are you there?
I'm here.
Perfect. Okay. And we have interim superintendent Dave Taylor as well. With that, we have a quorum with two of three members here. And so with that, I'm going to call the Thursday, January 15th, 2026 meeting of the Board of Sewer Commissioners to order. The time is now 3:07 p.m. And as I mentioned, we have a quorum in the meeting. This meeting is being recorded live for broadcast on um, WRPS and on playback on both WRPS and YouTube as well. So with that, I'll just jump in to the main agenda item that which is superintendent interview planning discussion to include approval of interview questions and scenarios. Um, yeah, Matt, do you want to not divulging any candidate information at this point, but like it's my understanding that that you, together with the town working group that's been involved in this in the hiring process, you do believe there is a candidate who
So
um,
we,
who the working group would like to bring forward, correct?
so yes, so we had a candidate that we interviewed in the past. For other reasons, she had taken another position. She had reached back out to us. She was a candidate that we had looked at as about bringing in for a second interview back on that time. So yes, this was a candidate that she reached back out with the search that we had, that we felt that she had already met the first criteria, and that she would be eligible for at least a second interview.
Okay, great. No, thank you, Matt. So, Dave, do you have anything to add to that?
No, no, nothing on that.
Okay. So I believe, um, oh, back when we were anticipating and planning for second interviews some months ago, the board had approved scenario questions that that we approved to present two candidates in advance of coming before the full board to make a presentation based on our needs, um, their qualifications, in presenting a plan. What they view would be a 1 year strategic plan to meet those needs. And
Correct.
we did already approve it, but just for the frankly the transparency of the process and where because we've kind of had a few starts and stops with this process. As we discussed at our last regular meeting this past Monday night, our next meeting is on as a board is on Monday, January 26th. Based on that, it would be great, and as chair, I do plan on adding an agenda item to include an interview for this candidate. With that, I would just like the board to review and hopefully approve uh, 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 the scenario that we have already once approved. Just I still think it's extremely relevant. It will allow us to really assess and evaluate the candidate's experience, while really understanding from the candidate um, how that our candidate may fit in and work for us and with us to help us address the needs that we have at the sewer department. So, I, yeah, yeah. With that, just what we would want the candidate to do based on a kind of an existing conditions overview that we would provide to the candidate of where we're at. Um, we would, just to summarize for the purpose of the meeting, we would ask the candidate to present to us at the interview, during the interview, a prioritized action plan for year one, covering both plant operations and the field collection system needs, a strategy for coordinating the existing wastewater treatment plant contractor, engineering, um, consultants, and other town departments, specific goals and measurable objectives aimed at achieving those goals in the first 12 months, an outline of an approach to managing the next phases of the I&I work, rehab efforts, and wastewater treatment plant upgrades, how the candidate plans to ensure regulatory compliance, maintain public confidence, and improve service delivery and efficiency, a consideration of staff oversight, communication with the Board of Sewer Commissioners, and also interdepartmental coordination as well. And with that, we would ask the candidate to limit their presentation to 30 minutes. The process, the structure would then include a 15-minute follow-up question and answer session, which also could, the whole presentation would be able to include visual aids. And so we'd be assessing Based on this technical knowledge, problem-solving approach, prioritization and feasibility, leadership and communication skills, and also alignment with the town goals and current projects. So that's really the overview of what we had already approved to provide as a deliverable from the candidate during the interview to us, as I mentioned, based on that existing conditions summary of where we're at. So, if the board would approve or reapprove this, we can provide this, the overview, our expectations for the interview to the candidate in advance. It's clear that for the candidate to be prepared and to do this, we should give them as much notice as possible. And right now we're a week and a half away, so the candidate will have to hustle to get this done, which is why I just wanted to why we needed to meet so we can get this over to them so we can have what I hope will be a productive meeting with the candidate. So,
Yep, absolutely.
Mike, if I could, I would just ask the board, going through the document
yep,
compared to where it was, months ago,
yep,
there would need to be a couple of paragraphs updated. I
yep,
have those updates if you don't mind me presenting it to the board, and then
sure.
I can provide the finished document tomorrow. But if you look at page 2, paragraph 2, when they talk about the wastewater treatment plant evaluation, at the end of that, I would recommend that we are at 60% design
Yep,
completion right now, to let the candidate know exactly where we
yep,
are on the design aspect.
yep,
I would also ask that on paragraph 3 on page 2,
yep,
where it says we are currently looking for an OPM, I
yep,
would add that the town of Rockland currently has DPC Engineering as an OPM,
yep,
and they are providing services related to the upgrade of the town's wastewater treatment plant. OPM services will focus on the phase 1 of the wastewater treatment plant, and the town reserves the right to extend the OPM services through the first phase and beyond that as it chooses. As far as an update, because the
yep,
original one has us looking for an OPM, currently
agreed.
reviewing applications. So to make that clear, also on page 2, paragraph 4, it does relate to the SRF funding. I would, change that paragraph to correlate that with the project is intended to be funded through the Massachusetts Clean Water Revolving Funds program. The town is currently waiting on securing these SRF financing based on Mass DP's January intended use plan draft that we should hear January or February of this current year. So I would just add those updates into the document,
Yep.
just looking for the board's approval, and I could make those amendments, in the final draft and send that over to the board, if that makes sense.
I'm okay with
Yep.
that. That makes perfect good sense, David.
No, I'm in perfect agreement. Thank you for willing to take that on, Dave.
Yep.
So with that, I would entertain a motion to approve the proposed interview expectations in a scenario document with the included existing conditions overview that would include the updates as proposed by the interim sewer superintendent.
So I will make a motion. I will make a motion to present the information as currently constituted with the amendments that David talked about, for the candidate to review immediately.
And so there's a motion. I'll step down and second it. All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, actually, I'm sorry. It's been a while since I was on a Zoom meeting. We do have to have a roll call vote. So Matt Ryan,
Yep. Aye.
Yeah, Mike Mullen, aye as well. So that's a 2-0 vote. And with that, the next item on the agenda is adjournment. So I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
I would like to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll step down and second that again. All those in favor?
Matt Ryan, aye.
And Mike Mullen, aye as well. And from there, as I mentioned earlier, we are adjourned, and our next meeting will be on Monday, January 26th. Thank you,
Thank you, guys.
everyone. Thank you, Dave. Thanks, Matt.